It was the peak of the rainy season in the dense wilderness of eastern Kenya, where the Antelope Conservation Zone stretches into the horizon, lined with acacia trees and winding rivers. Amara, a 22-year-old Kenyan woman with rich brown skin, tightly braided hair, and eyes full of wonder for the wild, had always felt most alive when surrounded by nature. She worked part-time for a conservation group and spent most of her days hiking and documenting wildlife behaviors with her old DSLR camera and notebook. One late afternoon, as the sky grew heavy and dark clouds crept over the savannah, a violent downpour began. What was once a gentle stream quickly swelled into a raging flood, tearing through the forest like a runaway beast. Unknown to Amara, a small black panther cub, no more than a few months old, had been separated from its mother in the chaos. It had been caught in the torrent, its sleek, midnight black fur soaked and heavy, tiny limbs struggling in the foamy current. By nightfall, the storm had passed, and the jungle was soaked in eerie silence. As Amara hiked along the washed-out trail beside the stream, she spotted something dark sprawled on the gravel shore. Her breath caught. It was the panther cub, limp and trembling, its yellow-gold eyes glazed with exhaustion and fear. Amara approached slowly. The cub hissed softly but did not flee. It had no energy left to fight. She knelt, her hands trembling, and pulled a clean towel from her backpack to dry its shaking body. Blood matted its left hind leg, and several deep gashes ran along its side. With a medic's gentleness, Amara cleaned the wounds using disinfectant from her first aid kit, whispering calming words as she worked. The cub let out faint cries, not of anger, but pain. Its eyes locked on hers, pleading. That moment sealed a fragile, unspoken bond. Knowing she couldn't leave it alone in the wild overnight, Amara quickly set up her small tent near the stream and built a modest fire using dry wood she had carried in a waterproof pouch. She laid a thin blanket by the flames, placing the cub close enough to warm its body. When she cooked a simple chicken porridge for dinner, she shredded some meat and offered it. The cub sniffed it, hesitated, and began to eat, slowly, cautiously. Amara didn't sleep much that night, one hand always resting near her first aid kit and the other near the cub's side. At dawn, golden light filtered through the wet trees. The cub stirred. Its breathing had steadied, and though its legs still bore the wound, it tried to rise on shaky paws. Amara cleaned and rebandaged the injury, smiling softly. By midday, the cub was able to walk short distances. Amara knew the mother was likely still searching nearby, drawn by scent and instinct. They followed the stream, and before long, a sharp, distant growl echoed through the trees. Out of the shadows emerged a full-grown black panther, majestic, silent, eyes blazing with fear and hope. The cub gave a soft cry. The mother panther stood still, studying Amara, then stepped forward and sniffed her cub gently. The reunion was breathtaking. The mother nudged her cub, checking it over. She then turned her glowing amber gaze toward Amara. No words were exchanged, but in that stare, Amara felt something deep, respect, and thanks. With one last look, the panther took her cub gently in her jaws and melted into the forest. Amara stood motionless, watching the silhouettes vanish between the trees. She would never forget the encounter. In that short span of hours, a human and a wild creature, two lives from different worlds, had connected in silent trust. It was a moment that would define Amara's life and purpose forever.